Ian asks, "Hi Dave, it's Ian from Louisiana." Hello Ian, hope you're doing well. Yes, thank you. I saw an interview years ago during the following Cerebus days. You mentioned the possibility of a volume collecting all miscellaneous Cerebus material that was feasible. I've heard your reply before on the epic stuff, and I understand the issues with that. But has there been any more thought given to a volume 17 or the, how do you pronounce this? Aardvarkrypha. That's a good coined term. Can we have our Aardvarkrypha volume, please, Grandpa, as I like to call it? There's thought given to it. We've just solicited the Diamond previews came in today with the last day solicited as a remastered edition. So that's going to be dovetailing with the Waverly Press hardcover. We have to see how that goes. It has to be. Have we figured out how to do both of those so that they get to people in a timely manner and they get to Diamond in a timely manner, and it's not tying up a lot of Aardvark Vanaheim's currency and Waverly's currency, waiting to get those things to work together. So the short answer to your question would be, and this applies to your second question, will there ever be a color volume collecting all the various Cerebus and Hell covers and homages in full size, similar to the IDW covers collection? We have to figure out how to make Waverly Press and Aardvark Vanaheim and Diamond Comics work together and dovetail in such a way that it makes business sense to do that, which is probably going to involve, like I say, we'll do the last day, and it's, okay, this is when Diamond Previews comes in to Aardvark Vanaheim, and I look in it and I go, okay, this is middle of August, or the middle of October, and here it is. So this is the beginning of the process. At what point do people get those books? Did they get the Waverly Press edition that they ordered on Kickstarter? Did the stores get them from Diamond? And when did that happen? And if it's, well, okay, they got the Diamond edition in June of next year, and they got the Waverly edition in just in time for Christmas next year, then it's like, well, okay, let's not do one of those again until we figure out how to move those dates backward so it makes more sense. And not just say, well, we're certainly going to try and do that. No, we got to have a different plan than what we did last time. Dagan, what do you propose? Matt at Diamond, how do you see this working with Diamond? And let's start from this is what happened with the last day. This is unacceptable from Aardvark Vanaheim's point of view. How do we make it, if not completely acceptable, less unacceptable, and then gradually work from there? It's not like we have a shortage of projects. Dagan said that the 1982 tour book is virtually done. It's all put together. When we're going to do it is again going to depend on what's Waverly's deliverology, as they call it, on the last day. And the next next one that Dagan is doing is going to be the ash can for Turtles 8, which has gotten bumped forward. The Kickstarter for Turtles 8 is now in March because that's the earliest heritage auction, signature auction with the catalog is second week of March 2023. So we want the Kickstarter to be going at the same time as the heritage auction. I'm going to be talking to Todd Hignite at Heritage, going, is there some way, like, I don't want to interfere with the heritage auction, but is there some way that we can change my name to Dave Zim instead of Dave Sim, so that I have the last listing in one of the sessions, and when the session is over, you go, because the next session doesn't start until the next day, could you plug our Kickstarter? You know, if you didn't manage to get one of the 3 Turtles original covers, here's, you know, Dave's descriptions of the covers from the giant size trading cards that we're doing. Hey, everybody from Heritage Auctions, head on over to the Turtles Kickstarter and don't miss out on all of your 750 or 912 variant covers. No, it won't be that many. There will be a number of variant covers, and it's like it's probably pushing it with Heritage Auctions, and it's like just no harm in asking. It would really help to have you know, all of the Heritage people finding out. Just click this link to this Kickstarter right in the middle of our Kickstarter, so we already have the first 2 weeks under our belts, and whoa, look at the numbers go now. So, and speaking of numbers going now, I have a prayer time coming up in 5 minutes. So we're at that time of year where we have to split these up into 2 sections. Hold your thought. I know you had something to say about the Heritage Auctions things, and we'll pick up from there when my prayer time's over.
Will do.
Okay, I'll call you back.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello again, Dave.
Hello again, Matt. Okay, what did you have to say about the CGC thing?
No. What I was going to say was, I was going to confirm, the last I heard is the ash cans going on sale November 3rd.
That's what I heard as well.
Well, that the way I heard it was your decision.
Well, I got it presented to me, and it was like, the fact that there wasn't going to be a heritage auction in January, which is what I was hoping for. Although a part of me knew, well, okay, you know that the first heritage signature auction is at the very earliest in February. I've never really heard of a January, but it's like, well, maybe, you know, it's the first time for everything. The fact that it wasn't even in February, it's going to be in March. Suddenly you've got a long jump from the last Kickstarter, which was the 67/78, the Cerebus number 4, and the pieces of Turtles 8.2. That's another one of those timeline things. This is how Grandpa's earning his living these days. It's very nice to get, you know, the large chunk of money, which I think that that Kickstarter was August when it was actually held, and then just a week or so ago was when we have confirmation that the portfolios are arriving. So consequently, I am comfortable with getting Rolly to deposit the money order in the bank account. So it was definitely a good chunk. 25,000 US, and I'm gambling that the Canadian dollar had dropped about as low as it's going to go, and deposited all of it into the Canadian account. So the 25,000 US became 33,000 Canadian. But that's okay. Well, how long does that money have to last? I paid the printing bill from Studio Comics Press was about 8,000, and then another 4,500 for Rolly's labor and the packaging and stuff like that, all of the raw materials. What I'm waiting for is the bill from packaging for the shipping. Also had to pay the Off-White house insurance for the year, which always comes due in September, and that went up from $3,500 to $4,500, which is very nice to know that I have a far more valuable Off-White house than I did. But since I'm not selling it, that's just another chunk. So then it's a matter of, okay, how long does that money have to last? And it's one thing to say, okay, got to hang on till Kickstarter in March and the Heritage Auction in March. I'm not going to get it in March. It's going to be March, April, May, possibly June before I can actually deposit it. And it's like, yeah, I think a Turtles 8 ash can sounds like a wonderful idea. Because Dagan is definitely he's talking about, are you willing to sign them? And it's like, because if you're willing to sign them, then I'll do them through Alfonso, and Rolly can do the shipping. If you're not going to sign them, then I'll probably get them printed closer to home. And it's like, well, Alfonso and Rolly and I are working really well together in terms of turning this stuff around. So hopefully the money that comes in on November 3rd, Aardvark Anaheim will actually be depositing its share maybe by first couple of weeks in January or by the end of January, and topping up whatever is left of the Kickstarter from July and August. We're getting better at this, and I'm learning to get less paranoid about money. But one of the ways that I keep myself less paranoid about money is by still living like a poor person. Grandpa's still buying his dollar store tuna. We're not going crazy with the spending, because it's like, well, you tell me how bad inflation is going to get, and I'll tell you what I'm comfortable spending. And it's, well, we have no idea. Well, okay, then I have no idea either.